Let the show begin.
I don't need an umbrella, but you can use one if you need.
What are you doing here?
I presented them with a choice. It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Did you manage to track down the treasure?
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you were...
Strange. I don't really have... Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? But I could not deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense the might in this sword. I remember once... What did he say? It would seem that I forgot all I can remember and...
Hey! Can you recognize the words?
Virtue? Somehow those two taking on seeming... But what use? The Tenryo Commission seized my vision. And the irony of all of it is, I'm incapable of being a good person.
Yet another... When we get the chance, in any case, we must never let him sell off that sword. Yeah. Fortunately for us, let's go find the next port.
Don't worry. Natsuko will... is to have the patience to wait.
The third person who had their vision... Hyman heard that he's the... This is his dojo.
Nanako, don't worry. Since those thugs that jump...
Maybe, but things have gotten dangerous.
It's just because he's been possessed.
Hey there!
Who are you? I don't care whether you're trespassers or just here. Don't make me draw my blade, or you...
No! You got it so wrong. We just came here to...
Disciples?
Yep. But then we got...
Please, accept you haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. Sensei got possessed recently. And I see you are Sensei's name is Domo. Though self-taught, he mastered the art of the sword to a high level. He once said that his goal was to become the... And so, even while training us, but then...
Not long ago, Sensei had his vision taken away. He hasn't been the same since. He says the strange Junior and I... But if I'm honest...
The Grand Narukami...
You haven't heard of it? It's the largest shrine on Narukami Island. The head shrine maiden is reputed to have fear... Not that we'd have any... So don't worry, Nanako. Sensei is going to be The exorcism will take place this evening. You're both more...
So, losing your vision can cause possession? Guess we should come back this evening and see for ourselves. I'll protect us.
really bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time.
You want me on your team?
So you decided to come, just now. When she asked him who the people, it looked like he was in great. All the while he kept calling. One of them was Anzai. Since they wouldn't stop calling his name, the ritual has now begun. Please, excuse me for a moment.
Huh? Who's that sneaking? We won't let them get away with it! Seems they aren't here. Should we keep going further up? Is this definitely the right place? Let's look a little further up. Aha! Suspicious persons!
How did you catch up with me so quickly? Are you sure you're Domon? Unless... I guess it's been a few years. Maybe his skills have improved again.
Excuse me? We're the ones asking the questions here. First off, who are you? And what are you doing sneaking around these parts? You seem like bad news, mister!
Bad news? I'll have you know I trained side by side with... I don't care to talk about that time anymore.
His senior? Wait.
Anzai? Yes, that's me. Because I don't wish to see Domon or anyone else's... When we were young, we trained under the same sword master. studying make-yoshi sui art together. I had begun training 5 years before him, and everyone looked up to me as a steady and dependable older practitioners of make. But Domon was... Sensei scolded him and told him I thought so too at the... Only then did I realize he was consumed by his
Sure sounds like he meant business.
Because until he arrived, of all the disciples, I was the most... Domon's arrival later. I heard that after that I wanted... So, I decided to quit. So you see, Okay, you've heard my story.
Seems like we still...
What? You're saying he isn't possessed? Does that mean he's just lost his mind? But how...
Nanako, please.
I am sorry. With what? But spirits may take, and all is certainly not
Lady Yai?
The head shrine maiden?
correct. Lady, I am unable to say for
Excuse me.
That won't be necessary. I must leave now, but we will meet.
Who'd have thought Lady Yai herself would have taken notice of our
Do you mean to say that
No, that's not what I meant at all. I just mean this is Lady... Anyway, you should... Given that you've traveled all this way just to...
Sure! After all, who knows? Maybe we'll...
Off we go!
Thank you for completing today's commitment. Ad Astra Abyssa. Ad Astra Abyssa.
Adventure time! Off we go!
treasure!
we go! Adventure time! Yeah! Off we go! Adventure time! We go!
Do you think that's Lady Ai? Oh, no wonder, Junior. Also, is it just... it was...
Keep away. I gave up the art of the sword.
As you can see, Lady Domon has persisted in this.
Lady Ai, this is nothing like him at all.
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that you're
But then does that mean...
Yes. This is a change in the person himself. Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spiritual collapse. With his wits impaired, he finally descended into madness. As one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament, it does nothing to prevent his descent into the depths. As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must be the loss of his vision. For to be stripped of one's vision is to be stripped of one's ambition.
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Ai, even without his ambition, why should he suffer such a dramatic change? How does that explain his descent into madness?
Your school practices Meikyo Shisui art, does it not? Stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. There was once... Then, what of the one who crossed blades with his own sensei and beloved fellow disciple?
Lady Ai, I'm not sure I understand.
The path of the sword masters filled with twists and turns. It requires one to take their sword firmly in both. Only a deep commitment to his ambition. When that ambition disappeared...
Poor sensei. To think he's been suffering so greatly.
I'm sorry. It's all my fault, Father.
That's enough.
Huh? Isn't that odd? Did he follow us the whole way here?
Ansai, you're here for revenge, aren't you? I knew it would come.
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you. It's been so long, I don't think most of the people you beat along the way would hold it against you. On the contrary, when you cut our ambitions short, we entrusted them to you, in the hopes that they might carry you further. Now I know that we can't place our hopes in you any longer, since you've been stripped of your ambitions too. But that is no
But what if one day I put everything if there's a
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei, after you rescued me from I can't know whether I want to keep going until the day that I can stand before everyone with my head held high and
Nanako's far from the only one. Actually,
Goodness.
You see? You can place being stripped of your ambition as something, so you are not in the same...
I'm sorry to have made... I no longer have the resolve to become the best, but as your sense, this is my promise.
You can count on that. But I am now used... Well, don't just stand...
So even though his ambition was taken...
Traveler, a moment, please. Lady Yai has some words for you.
So, my intuition was correct. The wind that blows for us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment. I have high hopes for you, child.
Ooh, Lady Eyes. She seems super mysterious. Paimon's so cute. We can come back to it another...
Adventure time! Off we go! Adventure time!
Good things come to those who don't wait around. That's what they say anyway. Knowing my luck, the opposite is probably true for me.
Guess who fulfilled all your wishes? Huh? Ayaka! Huh?
Traveler, Paimon. It is a pleasure to finally— I have heard all about how you helped our 3 friends. My sincerest thanks to you.
Ayaka? Wait a second. But isn't Toma your...
Oh.
Oh. Okay then. Ayaka, you seem pretty different.
Back to the matter at hand. You have now witnessed the pain of those deprived of their visions. Thunders roar, but I believe that surely you understand what— It seems that perhaps now you can appreciate my feelings. You will? Really? Naturally.
All right, bravo, my lady. You were right all along.
See? I told you. Now then, given that the remainder of our discussion—
Well, here we are again.
Please continue without me.
So, what's the deal with this place anyway? What makes it your favorite meeting spot?
This is land that was gifted to the Yashiro Commission by the Shogun. The Kamisato clan has the exclusive right to plan, build, and repair any property on this land, and even to allow or deny access. Such privileges exist due to the Yashiro Commission's role in managing ceremonial affairs. Oftentimes, it is not appropriate to discuss details in—
Oh!
Once the number of ceremonies—
Makes sense.
In any case, the almighty Shogun. I've seen her on— She inspires all— It was her almost complete— The issue is this. After all, it is but because of this,
How can they be like that?
Nevertheless, in addition to us, there were—
Resistance?
Yes. Meant to say a little more about— But I do wonder whether— Of course. They invariably— It almost makes one—
Ooh!
Oh? What would you—
Have you got a plan yet?
To be honest, we do not.
What?
Please, do—
So,
Well, for the moment, for example,
you're telling Paimon.
don't underestimate the talents of the craftspeople in Hanamizaka. To the naked eye, they're counterfeits. The problem we are facing right now is that Master Masakatsu, who was providing—
Darn! So,
Yes. We knew it was not a long-term solution. Exactly. I feel the same way. When you are ready.
Off we go! adventure time! I'm going in! Off we go!